Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski, the cutting-edge theoretical physicist exploring the idea that the universe could be structured like a hologram. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski is well known for some outstanding academic achievements. She graduated at the top of her class at MIT with a perfect 5.0 GPA. She earned a PhD from Harvard University, and her work has been cited by the likes of Stephen Hawking. But would you believe that before all that academic success, Pasterski was initially rejected by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology when she first applied? What do you think? Is this an actual fact or just too good to be true? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is theoretical. That's theoretical. Theoretical is an adjective that describes something concerned with or involving the theory of a subject rather than its practical application. It relates to the ideas, concepts, and principles that form the foundation of a field of study, often involving abstract thought and mathematical modeling. In the context of physics, a theoretical physicist like Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski seeks to create mathematical models and frameworks to explain how the universe works, exploring concepts like gravity, black holes, and spacetime, often without performing direct experiments themselves. Their work guides and provides the underlying structure for experimental physicists. The word theoretical comes from the ancient Greek theoria, which meant a viewing, contemplation, or speculation. The work of a theoretical physicist is an example of pure theoria, the intense, abstract study of fundamental principles to unlock the deepest secrets of nature, like forming a theory of quantum gravity. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski. Number 1. Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski built and flew her own airplane before she could legally drive a car. At the incredibly young age of 14, Pasterski became the youngest person to build a single-engine airplane, guarantee its airworthiness, and fly it herself. Her interest in flight began much earlier. At the age of 12, she started building a Zenith CH-601XL from a kit. This hands-on project was a major accomplishment, showing her mechanical aptitude, deep fascination with aerospace engineering, and quite a bit of determination. Along the way, she made several modifications to the kit plane and documented her progress meticulously. This would actually help her get accepted into MIT's aerospace engineering program. Her early success in the practical world of aviation proved that she was capable of not only understanding the physics, but also applying the ideas in intense, detailed, and ambitious projects. Number 2. While Pasterski is pretty well known for her academic achievements around the world, she's actually a sort of digital ghost, having never had a single social media account. In the age where almost everyone is connected online, Pasterski is famous in the scientific community for having virtually no social media presence, no Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. She prefers to stay focused on complex equations without the distraction of notifications, choosing to spend her time in deep thought rather than scrolling through a shallow feed. Instead of using apps, she maintains her own simple website called physicsgirl.com. On there, she posts a list of her published papers, recent talks, and a running log of her professional achievements. While she isn't on social media, her work and her legacies certainly circulate across the globe and even beyond. In 2018, as part of a special project to celebrate humanity's greatest minds, her thoughts on the future of physics were included in a digital time capsule launched into space by SpaceX. It's really beautiful and poetic when you think about it. As a theoretical physicist, she's dedicating her life's work to trying to figure out the mysteries and structure of the universe, all while her intellectual legacy is currently traveling through the very stars she spends her life studying. Number 3. Pasterski was the first woman in decades to graduate at the top of her class in the MIT physics program. She graduated from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 2013 with a perfect 5.0 grade point average. Now, I know there is some variation in grading scales at different schools, so I will point out MIT uses a 5-point grading scale. Basically, she got an A in everything through the entire program. And as a result, she graduated in top position in the prestigious physics program. Amazingly enough, she also did this as a sort of academic speed run, completing the program in just 3 years. This perfect record also earned her the Joel Matthew Orloff Scholarship Award, an honor given for academic excellence in physics. She went on to earn her PhD from Harvard University in theoretical high-energy physics, further solidifying her status as a standout figure in a demanding field, and hopefully inspiring future generations of scientists. Number 4. Her doctoral research is part of a theoretical concept called the Pasterski-Strominger-Zhiboedov triangle, which I'll just refer to as the PSZ triangle for short. The PSZ triangle is a theoretical framework that connects 3 seemingly distinct aspects of physics at null infinity: the boundary of spacetime where particles and radiation can escape to or arrive from an infinitely distant past or future. This triangle links soft theorems, asymptotic symmetries, and memory effects. Her work on the topic provided crucial insights into how these elements are fundamentally related, helping to build a bridge between the physics of the very small, like quantum, and the very large, gravity. This research contributes to a fascinating area known as celestial holography, which is the idea that the universe could be described as a hologram. Specifically, it suggests that the three-dimensional physics we experience could be encoded by a simpler, two-dimensional theory living at the boundary of spacetime. The PSZ triangle is a key mathematical and conceptual tool in this grand effort to unify gravity with quantum mechanics, one of the most significant and unsolved problems in theoretical physics. And our 5th and final fun fact for today is she turned down job offers from major organizations so that she could just focus on pure research. Despite her practical experience with aerospace, including internships at Boeing Phantom Works and NASA's Kennedy Space Center, and receiving standing job offers from companies like Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, Pasterski chose to dedicate her career to fundamental theoretical physics research. While working for aerospace companies was her original dream, her time at MIT and Harvard shifted her focus, making her realize that she was more interested in the underlying physics principles, the sort of why rather than the how of engineering. And that's why, despite having numerous high-profile and high-paying opportunities with a variety of companies, she ultimately chose to become one of the youngest faculty members at the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics, a premier research center. Now for some news you can use. A great trick for anyone, especially young people interested in a complex field like physics or engineering, is to start with a hands-on project that fascinates you, just like Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski did by building an airplane. Find a project that requires you to learn new skills, read technical guides, and problem solve in a practical way. This could be building a robot, programming a small app, or restoring an old piece of equipment. Hands-on projects force you to bridge the gap between abstract, theoretical knowledge and real-world application. They also help you identify areas where you need to grow. When you encounter a problem with your project, for instance, a circuit isn't working or a specific part of your code is glitching, you're highly motivated to find the exact scientific or engineering principle that explains it. This active, problem-based learning creates a much stronger, more concrete understanding than simply reading a textbook. It cultivates both the knowledge of a theoretician and the skills of an engineer. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, could it really be true that Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski was actually initially rejected by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology? Well, that's a fact. Pasterski was indeed initially rejected by MIT. When she first applied, she was placed on the waitlist. The truth is that even brilliant minds sometimes face setbacks. But her remarkable story continued because she didn't give up. The paperwork she had submitted for the airworthiness certification of the plane she had built led her to contact MIT professors who ultimately helped her get in. Now, if you're wondering how those things could be related, in January 2008, MIT actually notarized the airworthiness paperwork for her aircraft. And this formal interaction through the paperwork process actually helped to connect her to the university's experts. She also documented the entire build process and shared video of the plane on YouTube. That video, combined with her detailed technical documentation, caught the attention of MIT professors Alan Haggerty and Earl Merman. They were so stunned by the technical sophistication of a teenager building a plane with over 300 design modifications, they personally stepped in to recruit her. It just goes to show that sometimes determination and a passion for your work can be almost as important as grades and test scores. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.